Guangzhou Open Showdown. Ella's doubles. Comeback with veteran partner Unmissable. Action. The air in Guangzhou felt electric, a mix of late summer humidity, and the unmistakable buzz of anticipation that precedes something legendary under the blazing floodlights of the Chennai Sports Center. Fans packed, the stands waving flags, chanting and waiting. All eyes turned toward the tunnel. Then came the moment, Alexander. Ella emerged, her eyes laser-focused. Her posture radiating quiet fire beside her. Walter doubles partner Samantha Storr, the Australian legend, former Grand Slam champion and mentor turned teammate. The crowd roared for the first time in nearly a year, and Storr were back, together forming one of the most unexpected yet thrilling doubles pairings of the 2025 season there. Reunion wasn't just about chasing trophies, it was about redemption, chemistry, and legacy. Let's make this one unforgettable, Storr whispered as they took their places at the net. Elin nodded, a spark in her eyes. Let's give them a show. The backstory, a partnership reborn. Their story began 2 years earlier in 2023 when Ella was still carving her way into the WTA circuit. Storr, then nearing retirement, had spotted something rare in a young Filipina. Grit, intelligence, and fearlessness beyond her years. At the Sydney International, they played an exhibition match, a mentor and a prodigy, and shocked everyone by defeating the world's number 5 pair. After that, they went their separate ways. Storr focused on coaching. Ella continued climbing the singles rankings. But as fate would have it, when the 2025 Guangzhou Open announced a revamped doubles division with a focus on cross-generational pairings, both women received the same call. The WTA wanted a team that symbolized experience meets youth, respect meets rebellion. There was only one answer. You and Alex? Storr texted, always replied. Thus the comeback was born. Training days of fire, returns. In the weeks leading to the Guangzhou Open, Ella flew to Brisbane to train with Storr. Their sessions were intense. Early mornings by the riverside, courts, endless volley drills, and strategy discussions over coffee. Storr, with her decades of wisdom, refined Ella's positioning, anticipation, and instinctive chemistry. Doubles isn't about power, Alex Storr said during one session. It's about trust and knowing your partner will be there before you even look. Ella nodded, soaking in every word, and soon their rhythm clicked like clockwork. Ella's youthful speed meshed perfectly with Storr's tactical brilliance. Together, they look less like teacher and student and more like two forces in sync, lightning and thunder, youth and experience. When their final practice match ended with a flawless 6-0 victory, Storr smiled. We're ready, she said. A grinned. No, we're dangerous. Arrival in Guangzhou. The Guangzhou Open that year was more glamorous than ever. Neon lights, packed stands, and a global audience tuning in from 50 countries. Billboards across the city showcased faces of tennis stars, golf jabber Jingchen. But now a new banner stole the spotlight. Tennis Ella and Storr, the comeback pair to watch. Filipino fans traveled in droves waving banners at Red Lean and Pinoy Pride. In China, meanwhile, Australian fans proudly cheer for Storr, now affectionately called the Queen of Comebacks. When they arrived at the Players' Lounge, other teams took notice. Didn't think we'd see you two together again. Joke, Czech player Barbara Kredova. Storr laughed. Neither did we, but we got unfinished business. Round 1, the test of trust. Their first match was against a young Chinese duo, fast, fiery, and fearless. From a very first serve, it was clear that ALEX and Storr's chemistry was something special. Ella's forehand crackled like lightning, setting up Store's deft net volleys. Every point they won was met with applause. Every loss was met with nods of determination. But when the Chinese team broke serve early in the second set, the tension rose. Ella, feeling the weight of expectation, clenched her fist and muttered, "Come on, Alex." Store walked over and placed a hand on her shoulder. "Breathe. Don't fight the storm. Become it." Ella exhaled, smiled, and stepped up to the baseline. She delivered 3 aces in a row. Moments later, they broke back and never looked back. Final score, 6-3, 7-5. The crowd erupted, sensing something extraordinary was brewing. The rise in momentum as the tournament progressed. Ella and Stowe's momentum only grew. They swept through the second round with surgical precision, dismantling the number 4 seed 6-2, 6-4. Analysts praise her synergy. Isla's movement mirrors Store's anticipation. Commentator Martina Navratilova remarked, "On live TV, Isla's learning curve is unbelievable. You can see the Store effect in her positioning. She's thinking like a veteran now." By the quarterfinals, the duo had become the tournament's biggest storyline. Social media hashtags like hashtag #IllustosaMagagic and hashtag Guangzhou Showdown trended globally. The WTA even released a short film titled Generations Unite, featuring their journey from mentor and many to equal partners in pursuit of glory. Semi-final showdown, heart versus history. Their semi-final opponents were none other than the reigning champions, the French-Canadian duo Gabriela Drowski and Leylah Fernandez. A clash of styles, a clash of eras. The first set was pure fire, quick exchanges, dazzling volleys and breathtaking lobs. Ella and Store dropped the set 4-6, but refused to fold. In the second, Ella found her rhythm, ripping winners down the alley. Store slice serve carved the air like poetry beyond the court. After the tournament, Ella and Store appeared together in a WTA documentary titled Beyond the Lines, The Power of Partnership. It showcased not just their triumph, but their bond, laughter between matches, shared advice, and quiet moments of mutual respect. When asked what came next, Store smiled. Retirement, but happy this time. Isla laughed. "I'll keep playing, but I'll carry her lessons forever." The two shared one last practice session before parting ways, not as player and mentor, but as equals. And when Ella aboard her flight back to Manila, she carried more than a trophy. She carried wisdom, friendship, and a story to inspire generations. Epilogue, the legacy of the showdown. Months later in Tennis Mize, from Cebu to Sydney, young players practice the Illustosa formation, a double strategy blending agility and experience. Tennis magazines hailed it as a masterclass in chemistry and courage. ALEX EALA's career continued to rise, but when asked years later which title meant the most, she didn't hesitate. "Guangzhou," she said, "because that's where I learned that greatness doesn't come from playing alone. It comes from trusting someone beside you." Final scene as the credits of the WTA season highlight real world. One clip replayed again and again. Ella and Store, hands clasped, raising their rackets to the roaring Guangzhou crowd. In the background, the announcer's voice echoed through history. "Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Guangzhou Open doubles champions, Alexa and Samantha Storer." And beneath the fireworks, 2 generations smiled, one closing her chapter, the other just beginning hers. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next